नमस्ते गुरुजी। जय गुरुजी महाराज। जय गुरुजी साध संगत जी। मल्टीलिंगुअल ग्लोबल सेवादार टीम की तरफ से आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है। जैसा कि आप सबको मालूम है, गुरुजी महाराज के जन्म दिवस वाले मंथ में, जुलाई मंथ में ब्लेसिंग्स की झड़ियां लगी हुई हैं। बैम्बी आंटी जी की पुस्तक गुरुजी माय फादर के जो पहले सेशन रिकॉर्ड किए गए थे 2 साल पहले, उन सेशंस को पार्ट वाइज दोबारा दिखाया जा रहा है। हर पार्ट के साथ धीरज भट्ट जी अपनी हिंदी में भाव और विचार प्रस्तुत करेंगी। आज बैम्बी आंटी जी की पुस्तक गुरुजी माय फादर के सेकंड सेशन के फर्स्ट पार्ट हम दिखाएंगे। उस पार्ट में 29 मिनट्स की जो रिकॉर्डिंग है वो हम प्ले करेंगे। रिकॉर्डिंग के एकदम बाद धीरज भट्ट जी अपने भाव और विचार प्रस्तुत करेंगे। महाराज से प्रार्थना करते हैं कि इन बहुमूल्य सेशंस के जरिए सभी संगत जी को अपनी दिव्य कृपा का गहरा आभास करवाएं और गुरु संगत का कनेक्शन गहरे से गहरा होता चला जाए। अब संगत जी, अब हम इन सेशंस की रिकॉर्डिंग सुनेंगे।
बहुत बहुत ਵਡਭਾਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਅਵਸਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਂਬੀ ਆਂਟੀ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਲਿਖਿਤ ਪੁਸਤਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਜੁੜੇ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੈਂਬੀ ਆਂਟੀ ਨੇ ਰੀਡਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਹੀ ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਤਸੰਗ ਸੁਣਾਉਣੇ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੁਣਵਾਏ। ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਰੀਟਾ ਰਹੇਜਾ ਆਂਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਬਖਸ਼ੀ ਹੈ। ਰੀਟਾ ਰਹੇਜਾ ਆਂਟੀ ਉਹ ਵਡਭਾਗੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਲਮ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਨਾਲ ਨਵਾਜ਼ਿਆ ਹੈ। ਉਹ ਬੀਜ ਜੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਬੋਇਆ ਉਹ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਚਾਅ ਨਾਲ ਉਸ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਜੋ ਮਾਰਗ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਨਿਰਧਾਰਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਤਨਦੇਹੀ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਫਰਜ਼ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਰਦਾਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਮਾਈ ਫਾਦਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬੈਂਬੀ ਆਂਟੀ ਦੀ ਬੁੱਕ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਚੋਂ ਆਂਟੀ ਅੱਜ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਪੜ੍ਹਨਗੇ, ਹਾਊ ਟੂ ਪ੍ਰੇ। ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸੌਖਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਰਸਤਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੋਗੇ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਬੈਂਬੀ ਆਂਟੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗਾਈਡ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਇਸ ਤੇ ਚਾਨਣਾ ਪਾਉਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਆਮ ਵੈਰੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਹੈਪੀ ਟੂ introduce Rita Raheja aunty, and with folded hands and bowed head I request her to kindly unmute herself and read the book as guided by Guruji Maharaj.
Thank you so much, Anu aunty, for such a beautiful introduction. Sangaji, can you all hear me?
Hanji, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you so much. And I'm very grateful and I feel very blessed for having been chosen for this rendition. And thank you to Guruji Maharaj, and I'm very grateful to Bamby aunty for she chose me for this chapter. And it says how to pray. Prayer is the very essence of life. And अभी हमने शब्द में भी सुना है, इबादत करन नाल कल बनती है, किसी दी अज बनती है, किसी दी कल बनती है। इबादत तो हम करते ही चले जा रहे हैं विदाउट एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन। So before I start reading the chapter, I would like to read these few lines, beautiful lines by Bulle Shah. It says, "Je rab milda naatya dotya, te milda dadua machya nu." If God was to be found by bathing and cleaning, then frogs and fishes would have found him long back. Je rab milda jungle firya, te milda gawa vachya nu. If God was to be found by roaming in jungles, then cows and other animals would have found him long back. Je rab milda which masiti, te milda cham chadkriya nu. If God was to be found in temples and mosques, then the birds and the bats would have found him long back. वे बुलिया रब उनानु मिलदा न्याता सच्चियां अच्छियां nu. O बुलिया, God will be found only by those who are true and good at heart. So, Shukrana Guruji and Bhul Chuk Maaf. I start reading the chapter How to Pray. One day, while sitting with Guru Saheb, he very casually asked, "Which prayers do you do?" And I proudly gave him a long list of prayers, to which he listened to with great interest and then said, "Okay, now you leave all the prayers that you are doing and just sit and meditate for 5 minutes by the clock." Bamby auntie, I would want you to, do the Vyakhya and explain it your way these since these lines are highlighted. So I would request you to, explain these lines by yourself.
Thank you, Riti auntie. Actually, I can't see you at all, and I would love to see your face. It's nice to talk to somebody. Can you please come more in front of the camera? I wish more people would come. More Sangat would show their faces because it's so heartwarming when you see faces you haven't seen. Thank you so much, Anu. Thank you. So, what happened was we were in S block. Guru Saheb Ji was there, and Guru Saheb Ji said that just asked me very casually, "Mainu 10 tukki ki paat kar di hai." And my father is a hardcore Sardar, and my mother-in-law is a hardcore Sardarni. So I had very profound influences in my life, and I was always guided by them how I must do, Babaji ka Prakash, and if mom wasn't able to do Sukhasan, then I would do the Sukhasan. Matlab seva had to be done ourselves. So it was a kind of, and then mom would tell me, my mom-in-law was very good with all the kathas and Sikh histories, and she would tell me all of those so that I pass them on to my children. And when Guruji asked me, I was very proud. I mean, I was at my age, I knew my friends weren't doing that much part, and I was very happy that I was doing some part. It's like saving my face. Guruji, hanji, main part kar diya. So that's how Guruji said. And so Guruji just pushed it aside. I mean, bol rahi hai, to is tarah kar, sare part ban kar de. Okay? Sirf 5 minutes vaste, by the clock, you sit down.
Okay. So then the question that arose was, what should I chant? To which he said, whatever you want to, but don't get up before the 5 minutes are up and sit on a mat when you meditate. After praying, thank the mat or the mat will get half of your prayers. Ji Bamby auntie.
So what happened was, Guruji used to teach us a lot through Kirtan, Shabad Kirtan. And in one of the Shabad Kirtan, it was this tapasvi who sat on a huge boulder. बड़े बड़े बोल्डर ते ते बैठ के आई थिंक 100 साल उन्होंने तपस्या कीती है ते जब टाइम आया रब आए ते मैनू कहंदा है बड़े अहंकार दे नाल के मैनू दो give me my reward for doing tapasya for 100 years. And so the boulder gets up as a person and says, you have been sitting on me for 50 years, for 100 years. So half your part is mine. So that is why Guruji would always say, कि जिस मैट के उत्ते तुसी बंदे हो उसनु सलामी तब, so that you don't have to share your part. When you get the reward of your part, you do not share it with your mat.
That was an easy task. So I sat like a hermit on a red mat, red being Guruji's favorite color. 5 minutes of meditation was child's play. So I thanked Guruji for making me pray so easy. This continued for a week, and after a week, Guruji instructed me to increase the duration of the meditation from 5 minutes to 10 minutes, and the following week after that to increase it to 15 minutes. It was becoming harder and harder to concentrate for a longer periods of time. Before I continue, I'd like to share my experiences when I got connected to Guruji Maharaj in 2010 through Bamby auntie. I came from a typical Punjabi family, and we were doing all kind of havans, and I studied in a convent school. So of course I was very close to Lord Jesus, and I'm very grateful that I learned this. I learned to read and write Urdu language, which is very close to my heart. So there was a kind of khichdi in my mind, how to pray and what to do and how to go about it, because I was a Shiv Bhagat. I used to fast, but then Bamby would tell me, don't fast, don't do this, don't follow this Guruji's path, and this is the way you should be. So 2010 to 2011 ka jo period tha, that was a total chaotic period for me. Till the time, I attended the satsang at her place. That was the first Thursday satsang she would hold on at her places, and it was Guruji's birthday, and she had to release this. She had to come out with this book, this Granth, I would say, and it gave me all the answers. So we have so much of confusion in our mind when we get connect to Guruji, and then I think this is the ultimate guide and book, for to lead us to path of divinity. Okay. Much to our
Guruji,
disappointment. Sorry?
Guruji's meher.
Guruji's meher. Yes. Much to our disappointment, in July of 1995, Guruji suddenly left for Jalandhar. He told his Sangat in Delhi that unless he calls, no one is to visit him. The next 3 to 4 months were spent in restless, unsatisfying prayer as I urged him for more guidance. Here, it has happened with me, and I'm sure a lot of Sangat would relate that Guruji chahenge, he would call you to Bade Mandan, and if he doesn't want, he would want you to stay home, be with your family. And it has happened to me, when I shifted to Gurgaon in 2018, and I was so close to Bade Mandir, and I was got so excited. Okay, now I'll be able to go to Bade Mandir quite often. But till 2021, he did not allow me to visit Bade Mandir, which is a big thing. And I kept on questioning Guruji, but to fail. And then COVID happened, and there are a lot of mishappenings that happened with so many of us. So whenever Guruji wants, he'll call you, and he knows the best. He knows the right time. Finally, after a few months of Guruji, sent a message that we should visit him in Jalandhar. So with a lot of excitement, we went to receive his darshan. Over there, Guruji introduced us to Rimple Garewal's mother, Paramjit Chahel, who we mentally connected with immediately.
Can we stop at this point?
Yes, I would want.
Because Paramjit Chahel auntie is a huge part of my life. It's not somebody who I can mention fleetingly. So actually in 1995, Guruji's brother passed away, and then Guruji just suddenly left and told all of us, okay, we are not two. But before that, in S block, Guruji would connect Sangat together. Okay, to see is the gadi vich baith jao, so you were connected to that person, or he would make you sit with langar, or some way or the other, Guruji would connect. So Guruji connected us to Rimple Auntie's brother, Atle. Now there are 3 of them. Rimple, Raman, and Atle. All 3 of them are very dear to me.
Atle is his pet name.
Atle is really. That was I was wondering.
Yes, so their parents were divine. They both have passed away. The parents were divine, and Paramjit Chahel auntie used to have this tant Vadni wala. Now this was a very buzurg son who used to come to her place. And so buzurg that he was literally on, like people used to carry him. So, in Sardar families, we often have, we are open to sons visiting us in the house, or we going to sons. It is something, it's like in our culture, in our DNA, so to speak. We've always had this. And so did Rimple Auntie's family always have. And this Sanchi used to call auntie his daughter and everybody else Sangat. So when he became, जब वो बहुत वृद्ध हो गए थे ना, बहुत ओल्ड हो गए थे, तो उन्होंने एक दिन उनके घर आए, आंटी के घर आए, उनको बोला कि तू किधरे डुलना नहीं है, किधरे नहीं जाना, रब तेरे कोल तेरे घर आएगा. ठीक है? So when he passed away, auntie was very upset. Okay, whatever said and done, people don't understand. जब तुम्हारे life ਵਿੱਚ Guru Saheb Ji, जो भी तुम्हारा गुरु है, उन्हां दा छाया ਹੁੰਦਾ है, ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ एक छोटे बच्चे वांगू होते हो. You play around, irrespective of your age. You are happy, you're safe, you're taken care, whatever shit you might be going through, but you're taken care. And auntie was very upset. Chehel auntie को होता था कि हुन मैं की करा. And when Guruji came to Auntie's house for the first time, he came in a pant and shirt, okay? Very young Guruji, he was just 19 years old. And क्या कहते हैं, he told Auntie कि 5 साल पहले so and so फलाने दे नाल मैं तुम्हारे घर आया, ठीक है? फिर उनका आना जाना शुरू हो गया. Auntie was very elevated, okay? Auntie could understand things better than most sangat can. Most sangat is nowhere near it. And Auntie would feel awkward. She would feel upset that she is a hardcore Sardani and Guruji was, you know. And one day they were sitting in the car and Guruji was sitting in the front seat and Auntie was behind, and she did ardas to her Vaiguruji, to her Sangji, that तुसी ते कैसे मेरे घर रात आएगा ते ऐसे हुन मोना है जो मेरे सामने है, ते is it right for a Sardani to believe somebody like this? And then the whole of the back seat disappeared and उत्थे दीवा आ गया, मंदिर आया, मंदिर दे विच दीवा. उसदे बाद आंटी ने कहा दुनिया इधर थी उधर हो जाए, इन्हां नूं मैं ही मनांगी. That is how Auntie. And when the first time Guruji called us back, we stayed with Auntie Uncle, and that is when my connection with Auntie started, and that is when I started understanding Guruji's ways. You have to understand that every Guru has a Gupt Rah. उनको गुरुजी कहते थे कि गुरु जो होता है ना बच्चे की तरह होता है. That you have to treat him like a little child, because a 3-year or a 2-year-old child will be happy one minute, will have tantrums the next minute, and will have his own mood. And there's a way in which you will deal with your child, so to get him to do whatever that is to be done. I'm not saying manipulating Guruji. I am just saying that basically you understand your Guru. So there's somebody ahead of me who already understood Guru Saheb and was teaching me, okay, now you do like this, now you pray like this, now you sit like this, and this is the reaction you will get. Take it. Auntie Ji would pray, and her fingers, she used to tell me, यहाँ से मेरे current निकलती ऐसे, current निकली spiral of currents come out of my hand. फिर मेरे ना सारी उंगलियां बजती हैं, तो फिर वानियां आती है, मतलब कीर्तन होता है. तो कीर्तन आंदा है तो फिर मैं मगन हो जानी हूं, मैंने पता ही नहीं चलता. ठीक है. And her father was like this. Rimple's father was also like Hasmukh and
very humble.
Both, I mean, I can't even tell you what a beautiful. Allah ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਕਦੀ ਤਾਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਗੇ, ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਈ ਅਰਮਾਰੀ ਬੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਸੀ, सब चीज खुला. उन्होंने था ही नहीं, मतलब they were detached. उनको था ही नहीं कि ये चोरी होनी है, ये इसका है, ये वो उसका है. I can't even tell you how beautiful it is. It's a relationship I miss, because it's a relationship that Guruji gave me. The first relationship that first attachment or relationship Guruji gave me. Hanji.
You would call it a spiritual attachment or a spiritual relationship?
It was very spiritual relationship, because when we talked, there was nothing else. There was only talks about Guruji, his way, what is expected, what should be done, what should be the reaction. If you are not doing this way, this will be the reaction, or you have to try it this way. Maybe it will work for you, because everybody's wiring inside is different. So yes, it was very spiritual. Very, very.
Before I forget, I have to mention that we did not decide when, and coincidentally we have the same Swaroop of Guruji Maharaj.
Oh, oh yes.
Auntie, I was about to say it in the end. Even here in this darbar also is the same Swaroop.
Oh my God.
Yes. So I was like, amazed.
You know? Doesn't want to be left behind.
Yeah.
And I would like Bamby to share the kind of experiences you were having since morning. So I'll ask her to share that during the end. Before I would want to finish this chapter first. So Guruji introduced us to Dimple Garewal's mother, Paramjit Chahel, who we mentally connected with immediately. She taught us many things about Guruji and his ways, primarily how to worship and adore our Guru Saheb. Mami auntie, I would like you to elaborate on, I would like you to share your thoughts on this, because this is a very, very important line. And you know how to worship and adore our Guru Saheb.
I was just trying to put through words that Auntie had taught me. And Auntie Ji, where Guruji was concerned, okay, would always treat him like she was much older than Guru Sahib, but she would always treat him with so much respect. And that is one thing Guruji always said, that Punjab walon pata hai kis tarah guruan di respect hote hain, Delhi walon ko kuch samajh nahi aandi, wo to sanu apna yaar samajhte ne, you know. So that Guruji used to say, but Auntie had said that there is a fine line that is between a bhagat and a guru, and that fine line is never to be crossed. Even like me, I consider I'm a 3-year-old girl, daughter of Guruji's. 3-year-old, why did I choose 3-year-old? Because then, you know, a 3-year-old can ask you anything and can get a reply for anything and can be naughty and can be beaten up also, but is always forgiven. That's why I chose that age for myself, where my relationship with Guru Saheb Ji. So Auntie would always be very benevolent. You never saw her without a chunni, where Guru Saheb Ji was there. And she always said, "Ke Guruan di tor hondi hai ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੇ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ Guru Sahib ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ." You know, if a stranger sees you and says the way you are with your Guru is the kind of respect they will extend towards your Guru. I hope that answers that question, because right now only this is coming in my mind.
Chehel Auntie Ji was a beautiful lady who had had darshan of Guruji's divine light when Guruji was just 19 years into his life. He showed her in his light when she doubted whether to follow a Hindu Guru would be right for a staunch Sikh like her. Once at Jalandhar temple, we were sitting on the floor with Guruji and pressing his feet while Auntie was pressing Guruji's hands and speaking to him. We were being referred to in the third person as Guru Sahib said in Punjabi, "Auntie, isnu paath sikha, jis tarah main tenu sikhaya hai." Auntie, teach her how to pray in the same way that I have taught you.
So you can imagine a scenario where Guru Sahib Ji na palang di piche toe nahi hundi, उसदे नाल इस तरह करके बैठे हुए ने, ठीक है, and Auntie sitting next to Guru Sahib Ji and ਅਸੀਂ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੈਰ ਦਬਾ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ, ਤੇ Guru Sahib Ji Auntie ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਚੱਕ ਲੈ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ Auntie ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ Auntie ਨਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਦਬਾ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਚੱਕ ਲੈ ਨਾ, Auntie ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ, and you know, it was chakle nahi going on between the two of them, and we thought it's a private conversation. I mean, they've known each other for so long. So हम तो लगे हुए थे, आराम से चुप देख रहे थे. फिर कहने नहीं, फिर कहने इसनु 10 की हो रहा है, because I was very curious के, you know, what is happening. It was like a coded language. And Auntie कहने ने गुरुजी दी इस तरह, एक गुरुजी दी skin है ना, उसके थल्ले diamonds, इतने बड़े diamonds ने, इतने बड़े अंडे जिन्ने diamonds ने, तो मैंने कह दे चक ले, मैं कह रही हूँ नहीं गुरुजी थोड़ी खाल उठते हैं, दोनों दर्द हो जाएगी. That Guruji's skin was transparent and there were huge diamonds below it. And he was tempting her, ke chak le. And she said, no, I do not want. Though Guruji did give Auntie diamond earrings later. But then Guruji said to her, Auntie nu paath sikha. So I had reached the point where I had reached the 15 minutes point where I could not pray anymore. I could not concentrate anymore. So then Auntie said, मैं तेनू सिखांदी हां जिस तरह गुरु साहिब जी ने सिखाया. कहंदे अखा बंद करके बैठो. Okay, this is all in the mind. There is nothing physical happening. अखा बंद करके बैठो. Of course, on your mat you sit. And then एक गद्दा लगाओ. गद्दे नु पिटो, सीधा करो. सीधा करो, उसते बड़ी सोहनी सी चादर बिछाओ. बड़ी गुरु साहिब वास्ते चादर है ना. जितनी सोहनी सी चादर बिछाओ और उसदे जिन्ने वट ने उसनो निकालो. These are the what of your life. What means the creases in your life. So सारे किड्स ऐसे ऐसे करो, फिर एक लाल फूल लगाओ, एक पीला फूल लगाओ, एक ऑरेंज फूल लगाओ, अम्बी बनाओ, फूलों का डिजाइन बनाओ, दिए लगाओ, रास्ता बनाओ. मतलब एक एक फूल आपने लगाना है, ये नहीं कि एक फूल doesn't thank the no. Concentration. And you're placing each one. And then you're making a path. And then, like Guru Saheb Ji used to walk in a crisp chola. उनके चोले जो थे ना, वो सानी अंकल वो थोड़ा मार लगवाते थे गुरु जी सानी अंकल से. तो वो जब आज चलते थे ना, करके आवाज आती थी. So I said, close your eyes and imagine. पहले अरदास करके गुरु साहब जी मेरे दाते, please come and sit on this orange, pink or whatever गद्दा you have decorated for him. उनका आगमन करो, उनको बिठाओ वहां पे. Whether you sit down and then talk about the day, talk what you've had, what has not been done. ओ मोया ऐसे ही मैंने तंग कर गया, ओ देखो इतनी खराब औरत है, मेरा ए कर गई, मेरा ओ कर गई. Basically take out everything. Take out everything that is inside you, every negative thought that is inside you, so that you empty out. And this is not something that happens like you've done 10 minutes of meditation and you've taken out everything and then you sit and do your mantra. No, it takes years. It takes years. You can imagine you're getting a Guru Sahib after years. So the soul actually empties out so much. Profoundly, it empties out. Unknowing to us, we are so burdened with so many things we don't talk about. So they get embedded. Things that we don't talk to anybody, not even to ourselves. जहन से बातें निकालनी होती है ना, तभी बाहर निकलती हैं. तो फिर जो अंदर दर्द है वो बाहर निकलता है. वो बहुत जरूरी होता है हर एक के लिए. वो जब हो जाता है तब आपका जो भी मंत्र है, you have to remember the mantra Guru Saheb Ji has given us is a primary mantra. It will lead you to your family mantra, to your mantra that is for you and your family. Each family has its own mantra. It will lead you there. So it goes to your mantra, which is pleasing to Guru Saheb Ji, which he has given all of us. You will say that mantra. And that's where your journey begins. And when you finish, you have to say Shukrana Guruji. And always, always Guruji कहते सी मैनू अपने नाल बांध के रखो. Always say Guru Saheb Ji, Shukrana for coming. Please stay with us throughout the day, or whatever way you would do before you do pranam. So that is how auntie taught me in front of Guruji how to pray. And Guruji was like nodding his head and saying, yeah, I said like, हाँ, auntie ठीक बोल रही है, सुन रही है ना. It was like almost like, yes, you are listening, you are learning, you are comprehending. This is what you have been bugging me all these days from Delhi. I can't do this part. You've got me stuck at 15 minutes and you've gone away, Guru Sahib Ji. How am I supposed to do part? I mean, I understood very early on in our relationship that Guru Sahib Ji is somebody very, very special. I did not know the extent, but I just knew he's a holy person and whatever he does, say, I must obey. So sitting for this 15 minutes used to be a torture. And now when I did this, I could sit for 20 minutes easily.
जय गुरुजी महाराज. ओम नमः शिवाय. शिवजी सदा सहाय. ओम नमः शिवाय. शिवजी सदा सहाय. नमस्ते गुरुजी. नमस्ते प्यारी साथ संगत जी. सभी को जय गुरुजी. प्रार्थना की विधि, हाउ टू प्रे. प्रेयर इज द एसेंस ऑफ लाइफ. प्रार्थना जीवन का सार है और गुरुजी ने जीवन के हर पहलू में सादगी को, सरलता को महत्व दिया है. प्रार्थना में भी गुरुजी ने कहा कि प्रार्थना में उन्हें भक्त की सरलता, सादगी, शुद्ध भाव और प्यार, वो सब चाहिए. ना कि हवन, ना कि मंत्र, ना कि पंडित, ना कि कर्मकांड. तो इतनी सरलता से और कहाँ हमें पूजा करने को मिलेगी. इतने प्यार से बस केवल रूबरू होना है और रूह से रूह की तार जोड़नी है, सोल टू सोल. और फिर साथ में गुरुजी ने सिखाया कैसे प्रार्थना में नीवापन कितना जरूरी है, तभी तो कहते हैं ना, क्षमा याचना भी प्रार्थना का हिस्सा होनी चाहिए और शुक्राना भी। जैसे गुरुजी ने बैम्बी आंटी को बताया कि जब वो उस चटाई पर बैठती हैं जिस पे वो प्रार्थना करती हैं, उसके बाद वो चटाई का शुक्राना करें, वरना वो 50% ब्लेसिंग्स ले जाएगा। तो नीवापन, शुक्राना करना, उसके ऊपर हम बैठे उस चटाई पे, इसलिए उसका शुक्राना करना भी बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि हम उसके भी कर्जदार हुए। तो इतनी गहरी गहरी बातें गुरुजी सिखा रहे हैं हमें इस ग्रंथ के माध्यम से। फिर उसके बाद चहल आंटी की बात, जिनका पहले भी जिक्र हुआ था। इतनी रूहानी चहल आंटी, इतनी शुद्ध आत्मा, ऐसी पवित्र कि गुरुजी ने उन्हें चुना बैम्बी आंटी को प्रार्थना करना सिखाने के लिए। और तब उन्होंने यही बताया कि प्रार्थना कैसे की जाती है। और उन्होंने बताया कि प्रार्थना मंत्र के बारे में नहीं है, वो है ईश्वर और भक्त की संयोजकता के बारे में, यानी कि वो डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन। तो वही है, मेन भाव यही आता है उभर कर इन पंक्तियों की गहराइयों में से, कि सरलता, सादगी प्रार्थना में भी जरूरी है। शुद्ध भाव से, प्यार से जो है गुरुजी के साथ, वो सीधी रूहानी तार रूह से रूह की जोड़नी है, संयोजकता करनी है। वही है प्रार्थना का सार, वही है प्रार्थना का विस्तार। भूल चूक के लिए क्षमा गुरुजी महाराज। आगे चलकर इसी अध्याय में हम मानस पूजा का महत्व और गुरुजी ने चहल आंटी के माध्यम से बैम्बी आंटी को मानस पूजा के बारे में क्या क्या बताया, क्या क्या सिखाया, वो पढ़ेंगे और सुनेंगे संगत जी। तब तक के लिए आज्ञा लेते हैं। जय गुरुजी, जय गुरुजी, जय गुरुजी।
धन धन गुरुजी महाराज, जय गुरुजी महाराज, शुक्राना गुरुजी महाराज। संगत जी, हम सब आज कृतज्ञ हो गए धीरजा भट्ट आंटी जी के द्वारा सुने गए भाव जानने के बाद। आज हम सब ने गुरुजी महाराज की कृपा से बैम्बी आंटी जी की पुस्तक गुरुजी माय फादर के सेकंड सेशन के फर्स्ट पार्ट का हाउ टू प्रे से संबंधित भाव और विचार धीरजा भट्ट आंटी जी से हमने सुने। काफ़ी अच्छे अच्छे मैसेजेस हैं इन मैसेजेस में। गुरु महाराज की कृपा आप पर बने रहे धीरजा जी। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी। अब हम महाराज से आज्ञा लेंगे। जय गुरु जी, शुक्राना गुरु जी।